Hi everyone, thank you for joining us today for Onfido's live weekly demo. My name is Andrew Siana, sales representative here at Onfido, and I am joined today by the amazing Amani Alexis, senior solutions engineer, also at Onfido.
Hey everyone.
Before we hop into a live demo, I just want to do a high-level overview of Onfido to provide you with a bit more information about who we are. So at a high level, Onfido is an identity verification solution helping bridge the gap between real identities and our now dominant digital world. We currently have a global footprint to help verify in over 195 different countries and including 2,500 plus different documents. We are an industry leader with over 1,500 clients worldwide that have been leveraging our award-winning AI platform and user interface. Also, governments from around the world trust our IDV expertise, and we have trained the likes of Interpol on the modern fraudulent activity as fraudsters are constantly evolving. We are currently backed by Salesforce, TPG, and Microsoft, and trusted by companies such as Revolut, Deliveroo, and Coinbase. So I just want to show a quick picture of our global capabilities. This link is on our website, just Onfido supported documents, and any area that is shaded blue is a country that we're currently supporting. Here are some additional logos. As you can see, our reach is across many different verticals, such as Fiserv, gaming and gambling, travel and transportation, and others. And I'll just leave this here real quick so you guys can check out some logos. All right. Okay, so on this slide, we're getting to a little bit more in depth on what we do here at Onfido. We do document verification to help verify your customer's ID, and then we do a biometric verification to know your customer is real. And at the end, we compare both of them to each other to confirm your customer is who they say they are in real time. So here's a short list of our product offerings. I won't be going into detail on all of them, but happy to answer any questions around them at the end. We currently have document and selfie check, as I mentioned previously, and we also have capabilities for autofill along with a watch list to flag any user that has been on a sanctions list, PEP, AML, or adverse media, and we also offer that on an ongoing basis. So our last slide here is what you're seeing is the three main pillars of Onfido solution. We help make sure you remain in compliance with KYC regulations and an emphasis that we help you drive revenue by reducing customer acquisition costs through a more streamlined user onboarding experience. And of course, as I mentioned earlier, as you plan to expand into new markets, we can help you, support you, and go to market faster with our global coverage. And so thank you guys for my quick little overview of Onfido. And now I'll pass over to Amani, who will take you through the Onfido product demo.
Hello. Good to meet you all again. It's Imani Alexis, Solutions Engineer at Onfido. I think you guys can see my screen, Andrew. You can see it? Awesome. All right, cool. So as Andrew was mentioning, Onfido is an identity verification platform. And the signals I'm going to show you today are document and facial, along with known faces report. And I'll talk through that on the demo. And as he mentioned, there's a lot of different solutions and signals that we have to help you identify your user on their life cycle journey, whether it's onboarding, account recovery, offboarding, that kind of thing. So here you see to the left my phone, I have it with me here, and then a dashboard, right? So what I'm going to do is demo doc and selfie, and then we'll also see known faces report, and then we'll go and see what that looks like on the dashboard. So again, this is a demo environment, so this is not something that your end users would see, well, at least this slide at least. So I'm going to choose a document and selfie here. Known faces are also run in the background, which is checking to see if my face has existed in any other checks done before. Again, this is just meant to simulate a demo. So I'll just put in my name. You might already have this information from your user, so you could skip this slide. All right, and so we're going to start the process. So this privacy bit that you're seeing here is just allowing the users to give us consent to run their biometrics, as different biometric laws in different states have different requirements. So with me today, I have my driver's license, and I'm based out of the US, so I'll select that. And I'll take a picture of the front of my demo license here. Awesome. So what's happening now is it's checking the image quality to make sure that a document's in the photo. This one's a little blurry, so let's try that again. As you saw there really quickly, the face wasn't detected because there was no face, and it was just kind of my the background of my desk. Now I'm going to take the back of the photo. All right, sweet. And so that's what your users are seeing. They'll take a front of their DL and then the back of their DL. We'll give them some instructions, make sure that it's good to go. Then we'll do the selfie. So this is me live. And that's it from your user's perspective, right? So now I'm going to switch over to our dashboard. So this is a check I did earlier, just for the purposes of this demo, so we can get through it quickly. What you're seeing here is the overall result of consider. So we're flagging it and it's basically saying, hey, this document isn't genuine. And we tell you basically in human terms why it's not genuine. The document type wasn't supported. So right here, again, this is a sample document. So sample documents will come back as not supported. Right? And then you see also existing applicants are linked to the face in the selfie. So this is my demo account. Of course, it's lots of pictures of me. And so you'll see that I will match a lot, and I'll get to that in a second. So again, with the document report, it's flagged as rejected because it's not a supported document. Again, it was just a demo sample document. The facial report matched because the picture actually in that document matches the photo that I just took. So that's what's happening with the facial similarity report. We're just checking to make sure that the person is there, that it's not, they didn't find my license and take a picture of my LinkedIn photo. We're making sure that the face was in the screen. If you recall earlier when I was taking a picture of the driver's license, it was a face not detected because you were only seeing my desk. So making sure that there's a face in the image, and folks are not sending maybe a picture of a cat, dog, or something like that. And then we're making sure that the face matches. So if Andrew took a picture, then the face wouldn't match, right? And if they took a picture of my LinkedIn again, also it would flag for spoofing, but it also flash for too much of an exact match. And so we'll get them on both ends of the spectrum. And then finally, you have the known faces report. So you get to see me with my glasses on, glasses off. I do a lot of demos, so you see a lot of pictures of me here on this account. And so this is really cool because it links you to, it tells you what the name of the person was. Maybe I changed my name. As you can see, I used Imani Bailey one time, when I did it, and what that applicant ID is, which is the unique identifier for users. So again, Onfido is an identity platform. These are just some of the signals that we offer. We offer a lot of different solutions to address your needs, whether it's doing a document report, selfie, or something like known faces, in addition to that one slide where Andrew was talking about our other solutions. So happy to answer any questions if there's anything else you guys wanted to discuss. Other than that, I'm happy to kick it back to Andrew.
Awesome. Great job, Imani. Thank you for running us through some of the capabilities and signals that you can see on both ends of customer side and the back end as well. So just some common questions that we kind of run into, Imani, that some people have been asking me on the sales side, but I'm definitely not the most technical, is I was curious, can you explain, do we offer an SDK? Do we offer APIs? How does our kind of integration work?
Yeah, I definitely get that question a lot. So we are on mobile. We have a mobile SDK, so that's on iOS and Android. And we also have a web SDK, so that runs on a browser. So anybody who has access to a browser will be able to access it, whether that's, you know, on a laptop, on a iPad, or a mobile device, or anything that can access the browser. So we have the mobile SDK and the web SDK, and we're an API-based service. So either way, you'll have to use the API, but it's kind of recommended to also use the SDKs in conjunction.
Awesome. Thank you for explaining that. I always try to do my best, but seem to kind of fumble the ball. So always a pleasure having you on that side.
Sure.
Yeah, another question that people kind of ask me, you know, just for a little basis is how does our kind of pricing work? And so in short, our pricing is based on a volume basis, kind of an annual commitment for the year. So we always try to gauge and ask you guys, our customers and clients, how many verifications they expect for the year, and then we can kind of base the price per check from that standpoint. But that's kind of the one question that I always love to answer and have a forefront to have a pricing discussion out in the door. Amani, what other questions do you think you run into?
Yeah, sometimes we'll get questions on language support. So we support a lot of different languages. I think there's about 6 or 7 out of the box. And as I talk about that, I don't have these things committed to memory, right, all the time, but we have really great documentation that shows you all the things that you need to know about our product. That's really easy to read and to follow. In fact, we get really rave reviews about our documentation. As we mentioned early on the slide, we're a global solution, so we're able to support in multiple different languages using our SDK. So that's definitely a question that I get, especially again for those who are looking to expand globally. Let's see. Sometimes I get questions on the difference between checks and reports, right? So I did that check, right? And I had different reports. So those reports are those 3 different reports you saw later. There was document, selfie, and known faces reports. And so you can think of reports of like signals. And so you have you have a signal coming from the document to say, is this document genuine? Again, I could have went to a conference, lost my ID. You can take a picture of it and it'll be genuine. But what about the face? Is the face match? That's another signal and another report that feeds into the check, right? And then the known faces is another report and that feeds into the check. So the check is kind of the overarching kind of bit, and the reports roll into it and give an overall result, right? So if my document is genuine, but my facial report isn't, and then my known faces report is flagging negatively, then that'll roll up to the check level result and you'll get a consider on that end. So that's kind of how those things work. And then, you know, all Onfido does is give you the information you companies need in order to make a decision. We don't make that decision for you. We just try to make that decision easier for you with the data that we're providing through these different signals.
Awesome. Yeah, thanks for sharing both kind of answers and questions that you sometimes run into with both languages and reports versus signals. And I love how you position Onfido at the end is that, you know, we're the quarterback in the decision, but we ultimately don't kind of, you know, put the players in the game. We ultimately just kind of help data process what's going on, and then you guys ultimately make the decisions as the head coach. But it looked like there's no more questions in the chat today. So I just want to say thank you guys all so much for joining us. And thank you, Amani, for running us through the demo as well. We hope to have you guys back here. We do demos every single Thursday with different members from the solutions engineer team and the sales team as well.
Awesome. Thanks for joining, everyone.